Got my beautiful daughter with me. This video spurred off of a video that I saw online, of course. And the actual creator, I think her name is Chantel. I'll put her information in the video. But I want to make this quick. In her video, she posted this.
I got a question, TikTok. Since y'all so smart, y'all know everything. How come every time I look like this, I'm never single? Every time I look like this, because I went through stages of my life where I gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. But every time I look like this, baby, she always got a man. Still had a man. Yep. Still had a man. Fully committed. Ooh, I don't like this one. We gonna fast forward. But as soon as I lose all my weight, she's single. So, how that work? Y'all explain that to me. How I pull them looking like this, but then I'm single just in time for summer looking like this. This is currently. So y'all make it make sense because, y'all give out all this advice. The men, oh, you lose a couple of pounds, this and that. Y'all get a man. That be the number one advice. Lose that weight, blah, 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 blah. But I never have a man when I look like this. Only when when her back big, that's when the men coming in. When the back small, we out here. We outside. So make it make sense. Duet me. Because I needs to know.
So the question that spurs to me from this particular video, hey love, how does a woman who was obese at one point and now is petite at this point be so single, right? So we saw the context of the reason why I'm reacting to the video. And I just want you to keep that in mind as I go through my few opinions and thoughts. Again, how does a woman, a black woman that looks this fine when she is obese or petite, be this single? I guess that's the best way that I can say it. Well, all opinion. Again, who the hell are you to talk? Well, in her video, she closed it by saying, men, talk to me. Let me know something. So I'm going to talk to you and let you know something. Most women who are obese, then lose weight drastically, tend to think they are entitled to the very things they once left on the table. Things like the dating marketplace, things like their attention from different men and different women even, and influence. So when you were in your obese state, you didn't give a damn about any other thing except what you wanted. Usually people who are obese and big, outside of DNA and what they would call, oh, it's in my genes, whatever have you. As a master trainer, I laugh at people who preface their need for master training with that statement. But let's just say, outside of those particular people, there was a dating marketplace. There was attention to be had. There was influence to be had. Most of the time, obese people, when you're looking on the Instagrams, the TikToks, the YouTubes, you see what you're not, or you see what you're inspired to want to be. Most women who are obese, then they lose weight, right? Especially if they didn't lose the weight from hard work and labor, and I'll talk about that later. They forget that you didn't even create a marketplace. You weren't here, right? You weren't involved. You didn't participate. You were just a watcher. And now that you're walking down the bleachers trying to get on the court, you want everyone to move the velvet rope so you can get on the court and play and be a starter. And it's just like, Yeah, no, there have been people who have been working their ass off as a petite woman, let alone obese woman. So that's one thought. You forget the marketplace. You forget the things that you want now, the things that you're rushing for now to have. You left all of that on the table when you decided to be a slob and when you decided to not carry class and discipline. Most women who portray themselves as a success story for weight loss were once hardcore feminists promoting body positivity. Were you one of those women? If we go back and look at your page, were you one of those body positive women dating body positive men, beta men, who didn't work, who didn't go out and put in the hard labor, who didn't put their hand on the plow and keep pushing? Were you the type? Because most women who portray themselves as a success story, going from obese to petite, they tend to lose their original foundation. So a lot of the people that knew you once and y'all were standing up for femininity, when you were standing up for body positivity, when Lizzo was your favorite artist, now she's not. Now Ice Spice is, whatever have you. That can contribute to how people see you, how men see through you. Transparency. The others who do this same thing, go from obese to petite, they get whirlwind into becoming a fitness influencer. They end up being forced to live a life like I do as a trainer, a fitness trainer, for which they're not educated in this field, so they don't know the peaks and valleys of this field. Their influence tends to fluctuate because of that, and then they burn out. It's so many fitness influencers that I could speak on within the past 5 to 8 years, especially approaching COVID. It was the thing, like 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. It was the thing to get in the gym and get right, and everybody was becoming fitness influencers. No certifications, no academia, no education. People was running it up. They was monetizing their weight loss journeys and all of that. But then as soon as they started to open up their success story as a business, you started to see them scamming people. You started to see them giving cookie cutter workout programs. You started to see people getting caught selling Google programs on their personal platform and brand, and they were just running amok in the whole social media atmosphere. So again, were you one of those type of women? Soon as you shed all of those pounds, did you start acting different? Did you start moving different? Did you start thinking different? Because a lot of people too, you transition physically, you transition on the outward, but you don't transition on the inward. You okay, baby? You almost had a spill. You just climbing me like a ladder, ain't you? Okay. Most women are so disgusted with their former self, they become hypocritical to everyone and to every environment that's around them. They theory themselves that they are ahead of the pack when in fact they are just catching up. Is that you? Only your homegirls can talk about that. Your petite homegirls who had to carry you when you were obese. You were the obese chick that no guy wanted to holla at, no guy wanted to wingman for his homie for. You were that chick. You were the chick that brought disappointment to the girls' trip. So, have you lost yourself in being such a hypocrite now that you have gotten to this point in your fitness and health journey? Are you trying to shit on people? Are you trying to shit on the very men who are there supporting you? Are you talking down on the very man that you had, given he didn't lift a dumbbell, but he might have lifted you spiritually? He might have lifted you up spiritually and mentally to get you to a point where you started to work your ass off and now you look how you look. You know, almost the don't forget where you came from sort of theory, right? Don't forget that there have been people who have been here working their ass off, keeping their body in shape for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. You just popped out, 5 weeks ago, 5 months ago, and you want the same type of fanfare that these women and men have worked diligently for. It's a total lack of respect, and it seeps out into your pores. It seeps out through your captions. It seeps out through the things that you say. It seeps out through how you present yourself in its imagery. So be careful. Don't theory yourself to be ahead of the pack when you're necessarily just catching up, because you could give off that vibe sometimes. Most women don't realize they do not know exactly how to level up. They don't know how to do it with a certain level of class. Literally, in this case, this woman, she just posts her highlights, and she posts her highlights in a very microwaved manner. She captions these highlights, forgetting the lack of discipline and the slob mentality that she once had. Yes, I said it. Outside of the people who may have a DNA or gene pool excuse to let yourself go, to allow yourself, based on just weight and food consumption and being a glutton, to not carry yourself with a certain level of discipline, it says a lot about you. It does. It says a lot about you. You only have one life. You only have one of these bodies. And the things that we do to, with, through, for, and of our body is a definite reflection of who we are. So please understand, like, when you level up, come on, babe. When you level up, there's a particular way in which you do it. There's a particular way in which you present it. You talk about it. There's a particular way in which you articulate it. And a lot of people are assholes when they reach their goals. It's almost like sometimes with social media, goals is like money in a sense. The money just exposes the very person you was. So does reaching some of your goals on a public platform. It definitely exposes some of these people, and they don't even know it. They don't even realize like what's coming off of their energy. You dig? Most women who were once obese forget that they were bottom feeders in the dating market. Shedding a few pounds on top of the same personality, on top of the same accessories, actually makes you worse. It makes you worse, because at least when you were that obese woman, you were humble, you were thankful, you were appreciative, you were grateful. You carried yourself in thanksgiving for the men that did approach, right? For the men that did commit. But the moment you found yourself, becoming snatched, you forgot that. You forgot that. And understand this, a grenade full of insecurity just needs a pin to pull it. So you have to realize that, again, you had a particular position in the dating market, and you can't just switch up, switch out, and switch off and then expect the whole dating market to change just for you. That's a little self-centered. That's a little narcissistic. There were people who knew you when you were obese. There were people who knew you when you were a slob. So keep that in mind as you grow in your journey and you grow in projecting your journey. Most formerly obese women carry the same, if not higher, health risk in their petite shape, because most use toaster oven strategies for a lifelong journey in issue. Quick fix and fix-it-flats. They even doing it with the BBLs and stuff like that. But all of this is just increasing the lie. Increasing the lie. And a lot of women and men are walking lies. And people can tell. People can see it. People can tell you were a French fry. You were a sherm. You was a herb. Then you got a little money. Now you can afford to look and deem yourself a lot higher than you really are. Then you even think of yourself. So please keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You can lose the weight in all of these microwave and toaster oven strategies, but that doesn't always take away the health issues that preceded you deciding to take your fitness journey and your health journey seriously. To the captions point, one of this young lady's captions says, "Don't look at the caption, look at me." And a lot of times that is what it's about, and people can see it, especially other women. They can see if you really was doing this fitness journey to inspire and motivate us, or you was doing it because you needed a reason to get back at your ex, or you needed a reason to scream out to the world, look at me, I need attention. Look at me, I need attention. Or captions like, how long do I have to keep applying pressure? What's the rush? Again, you just got here, fat girl. You just got here. And I say that too, Russell Feathers, because maybe it'll motivate people to realize, like, it's earned, it's not given. It's in you, it's not on you. Captions like, if she has a SH and an A in her name, leave her alone, she is toxic. Okay? What do you think well-to-do men, well-read men, what do you think when they see that coupled with the video of you maybe shaking your ass or wearing promiscuous clothing? What do you think we're going to do? We believe you. Most importantly, we believe the man that left you, or we believe the man that you left. Because again, the question goes back to, how does a black woman who's was once obese and is now petite still super single? And honestly, she's beautiful and very attractive, whether she's obese or whether she's petite. So, something to think about. Most obese women turn fit try to start from their point of memory and not the marketplace's point of memory. We remember how you used to look. We remember how you used to carry yourself. We remember the lack of discipline. We remember the slob habits. We remember the slob mentality, the crab mentality. So how come you don't remember it? Not that we're going to hold it over you, but we just want to make sure that you understand, hey, listen, this happened. So don't move like it didn't happen. Move accordingly. Yes? High value men who are already fit and built their empire through labor and hard work don't respect the liposurgical, the waist trainer wearing, tummy tea drinking, tummy tuck slicing, wonder pill taking individuals. There's no respect there. Because whether people like to contribute it to body dysmorphia or not, the most fit individuals, women and men alike, they still have to look in the mirror and find a reason to challenge themselves to get better. Yes, you have a bigger challenge on your hands. You have to lose 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds. This person, they might want to gain 2 pounds, gain 4 pounds, gain 8 pounds of muscle in a specific separated area. It doesn't make it more difficult or less easy or whatever to have you. You just got here, rookie. You just got here. Stay in your market lane, okay? Stay in your market trajectory. A lot of you get real loose the moment there's some type of change and you want the world to change along with you. And it's just like, your change wasn't gradual. Your change had no energy to it. Your change was Wingardium Leviosa. Boom. Now you this brand new person, and now you posting all of a sudden. Now you got this pseudo confidence. Relinquish the false self so that we could truly open up ourselves to your story, and you can continue to influence us with open heart surgery through your positive energy. Lastly, after you conquer into this newfound self, you need to pick a side. Please don't become a panda bear, because that's what it seems like in my research this young lady is doing. Becoming a panda bear. First, you grill men on their inabilities while trying to also give them advice to their capabilities when it's convenient for your page engagement. So on one end, it's, fellas, let me know something. Why y'all approach a, matter of fact, roll the tape. So again, we have videos like that where it's like, oh, fellas, why y'all stare so much and don't approach? Then another video is about how men don't have the ability to communicate and articulate after they get a woman's number. They just go ghost. What are y'all doing? Betting if you could get the girl's number or not? Like, what is it? What is it? Are you going to speak to our abilities or our inabilities? Are you going to give positive energy to our capabilities, or are you going to tell us that we're incapable? Ultimately, the energy is up to you. You have choices to make. Based on those choices, you make the decision on, I'm going to put this type of energy out. So possibly, because you're misunderstanding the marketplace, possibly because you're taking delusional 200 mg, you're not finding the serendipity that you want to find in the dating marketplace with the type of men that you want, possibly because there's something on you that's giving off this double-edged side, when mostly I would think that a woman of your caliber, of her caliber, is a double-edged sword, depending on which side of her that you sharpen. But that's my little 50 cents. Y'all can keep the change. Much love from me to you. You already know what time it is. You want to come back over here? You already know what time it is. It's me. It's you. It's us. Have a wonderful day.